The fuck are you wearing? Hey Space Cadets and Airheads, welcome to Season 3 of Not 40 Just Blank. It's a radical and righteous podcast in which each episode we take you back to the bodacious 1980s, looking back at news, TV, sports, film and music of a single year of that bitchin' decade. It sounds mega. So come and join us on our latest gnarly journey, dudes, as we head back to the 80s, the decade that fashion forgot, right here on Not 40 Just Blank. Bonjour, willkommen and hello to you all, and welcome to another jam-packed episode of Not 40 Just Blank. This week sees us buckle up for an adrenaline-fueled trip back to the crazy days of 1988. Now, I'm certainly not equipped to do this journey alone, so thank goodness I can see there are two companions safely buckled into their time machine booster seats with a packet of crisps and a bottle of Lucozade to keep them quiet. It's little Phil and Del. Hello, loves.
Hello, mate.
Are we well, gentlemen?
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, pretty good, mate. Pretty
We've been
good.
keeping safe.
I thought you was going to say we were a packet of sweets.
And a cute little smile. But then we wouldn't want to go down that path.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah.
Reynolds is a lovely crocodile.
He is. He's got a lovely set of teeth on him. Chompy, chompy, chomperson. So yeah, have we been well, chaps?
Yeah.
What's been happening? Any news?
Yeah, Dell's got loads. Well, we'll come on to Dell's news, won't we?
I was going with general news, then we'll move on to the weirdest of all news.
Oh, I'm looking forward to tonight, though.
It's going to be a good year, I think. 88.
Yeah.
It's probably like into the psyche now, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like 10 years old at this point. I'm like, yeah, right little naughty boy.
Was you?
Last
Was you a
year,
naughty boy?
I was a lovely...
last year of junior school, wasn't I?
I wanted to be a naughty boy.
Was you off the rails,
I was too good. I was worried about repercussions, whereas
wow.
people I knew, absolute animals.
I know, we weren't
Was that
last year
your
juniors,
tough second album?
Tough repercussions, yeah. Going off the rails was in brackets. But yeah, it was. I think I wanted to be a naughty boy. I wanted to bunk off school and do stuff. I never did. I was
junior school.
Yeah. Only because you might have heard, because in my roads,
junior school.
I used to hang around with like kids that were 2-3 years older than me from up the in the cul-de-sac.
You're one of them, were you? One of them.
One of them cul-de-sac kids, wasn't I? Cul-de-sac crew. Whoop.
These boys getting tattoos.
They were getting tattoos. They were smoking pipes and all sorts of things. They had their fob watches out, Richard. They didn't give a damn for the time.
Because we weren't last year of juniors, was we? Yeah.
88. No, we would have done...
89 was...
The first half of 89 was our final
So
year.
we was comfortable at school, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, you were kind of getting to the stage where you're a big fish in a small pond type thing, so...
Yeah, so you're a proud peacock strutting around...
Exactly that, a power peacock.
Close,
yeah.
I'm always close.
Always close.
Dangerous on the edge. Itchy trigger.
How's your plumage going, boys?
It's falling out. Let's be honest, out the three of us, there's only one with plumage now, Del, and it's very much you, and you know it.
It's very true.
As old right said Fred over sitting opposite you. But thanks for that. We'll get the pledge out later, and we'll have a polish up, Phil. It'll be fine. Right, okay, let's stop talking bollocks and start talking proper bollocks.
Exactly.
Del, what's been going on in your head over the last couple of weeks?
So I've got the news for this week, or not news, the floating around shit in my head.
Yeah.
But I believe...
known as?
The shit that floats around in Del's head. That's this bit. We'll have to get an intro made up.
So,
shit that floats around in Del's head.
yeah, could be.
Jingle,
jangles, Mr. Bango jangles. Whatever that is. So did you want an update? You
so you
kind of said you wanted an update.
Yeah, you left us with the we wanted the update on the cheese.
We had two situations brewing, didn't we?
And the man
who walks around tugging off in the streets.
Okay, so
tell us about.
Tell me what you're feeling. What would make you happy with the cheese?
I want to know about the cheese. I've been worried about the cheese.
We do this every week. We give us a choice, but we end up talking about it all anyway. So should we just skip the choice part?
No. What is your perfect outcome for the cheese? The cheese update.
I want to think that you've actually come good on your promise and you have delivered the cheese to
I was going to say, so it was left in your fridge, wasn't it? That's where it was left last time. Your mum was unhappy.
With a ransom note. Your mum saying, I've got your cheese.
Yeah.
So, I think we want a happy ending. I always want a happy ending.
Two different puns for an early finish already. It's a new record this week.
That's a quick note to our sponsors at Schaefer's Shopping Arcade. Thai massage.
Send vouchers to my way.
Tell us about the cheese, Dale.
Tell us about the cheese. Well, the cheese, it stayed there for a while. 1 day went past. 2 days went past.
No, nothing. No contact from Mother.
3 days. Yeah, there was contact.
Oh, was you ignoring her?
Oh, lady, don't get the cheese.
She don't get the cheese.
Was you ignoring her calls? Was you airing her?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's grief. The fact of letterbox cheese. It was coming to her. It was coming to her. It was coming to her through the letterbox. But there was aggro.
So what did you do? Eat it? You just ate it? Or just throw it?
It stays there. It stays there.
So is it still there?
Well, it got eaten. It got consumed
By
the fan.
the person that paid for it, not the person that
exactly,
deserved
And did you just end up buying your mama new cheese?
Yeah.
it. Yeah, he wants to come across all big and strong, but he's relentless. He's bought her a new cheese.
Yeah, so that is pretty much.
So everyone was happy. You both got cheese.
Yeah, we all sailed off into the sunset for
nice.
Cheese Island. First class tickets to Cheese Island.
Damn, that's good news.
Damn, that's good news.
Lovely.
So that's one. Okay, so what was you wanted the?
We wanted an update on the man.
The gentleman. Well, the external tugger.
The external tugger.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I spoke to the lady, the mutual friend.
She was the one who actually witnessed this.
Yeah, so I saw her on the Saturday and embarrassingly asked her about this.
She had her kids with her. Is that fella still? Is that fella still whacking one out over the driveway?
So bear in mind, I'm an assistant football coach. There's like certain ways.
That's fine. You've been DBS checked. It's absolutely fine.
So yeah, no, I have. So it's all good. And she actually high fived me. She was like, I can't believe no one said this. Like I've been screaming out for I want to unload literally about my wanking experience. So no, but apparently he finished to a point.
Too right, he did.
Finished to a point where he like scampered. So it's like.
So he got caught.
Well, yeah, enough to scare him. So he might have came. He might have just stopped.
Did he come back?
It's running down the road. No, he hasn't come back.
He was running down the road. How much was there? I see what you mean. He was running
like a snail trail.
Sorry,
like a snail trail.
I see what you're saying.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know.
Like E.T. leaving little M&M's.
I'll be right there. Next to that 4.5 pint dollop.
Yes. Oh man. So yes, that is the update. So if the Phantom Wanker does come forward, wants to write into the show about did he finish or didn't he?
We'll gladly take that letter.
We'll welcome him. Maybe a more in depth.
I've got a funny feeling that letter may be coming.
Stay tuned, listeners. We can't say or confirm, but who knows?
Well, yeah, no, exactly. Which reminds me, actually, I bumped into Amanda from San Paolo.
Did you? What was she doing in Benfleet?
Oh, she was in Basildon last time, wasn't she? Yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's moved down. She's starting up her own tin company.
A tin company?
Tin company, yeah.
Oh, right. So, what, mining tin or just tinning goods?
She just gets loads of tins and takes off the wrappers and then just piles them 12 foot in the air.
Right.
And then pushes them over on people.
That's a business model, you say?
It hasn't taken off just yet. But maybe a trip on Dragon's Den could...
So grower, not a shower, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, is she keeping well, though?
She's all right, yeah. She's all right, yeah. She's just
pushing them over with her nipples?
Yeah, of course she is, because they're extra long, aren't they? Yeah, that is true. Phil.
They were like trip hazards, weren't they, essentially?
Yeah,
I can take out a pyramid of tins quite easily, one would imagine.
I think that's what she's struggling with the most. She come over here to succeed, to make it, because of like the extra long nipples, and because she hasn't quite been picked up. She's doing all these, she's been waitressing in sort of Roller City, if that's a thing. And
Roller
City is a thing, yeah.
But waitressing in Roller City, I don't know if there's a table in the middle of the roller skating park.
Oh, I believe there still is. It's the danger table.
The danger table.
I love the way we're questioning Roller City and waitressing, but we're not questioning the fact there's fucking
Brazilian
large nipples who's pushing tins over on people. The actual weird thing apparently is Roller City and the waitressing.
Very true.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So any support. So guys, if you need employment, you need people with extra large nipples, destruction, potentially, maybe run a TV company, maybe looking to give someone a break, like Amanda from San Paolo, right into the show, and maybe we'll be able to find her
We'll
somewhere.
make some dreams come true.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what we're here for. It's what we're here for, Dale.
So this week, the things floating around.
I love that this isn't the weird stuff that's been floating around his head. Now we're on to the weird stuff.
So now
Okay.
so we got biscuit sniffing.
Oh, it's a great start.
off. We got picking up other people's dog poo.
Lovely.
Okay. Go back to the Have a Go Hero thing, the Have a Go Dentist. There's an actual, a true story around that, actually.
Interesting.
Okay. Worst chat up lines in the fishmongers. That's a general thing.
Already I like it.
Guy cutting toenails in the office.
There's many things to chat through, isn't there?
I don't know if you boys want to go there, but vasectomy sharing, so we can gloss
I mean,
over that.
we can share one if you want.
Canvy mediums as well. So
Interesting.
that's sort of the
Are you
thing.
shouting out to them or something? So like, that sounds like a bit of a shout.
It's a sponsorship.
Candy
for-
medium.
Candy mediums.
Not always just blank is sponsored by Canvy Mediums. We got a poo in the nude. It's not a Keanu Reeves film. It's a general thing. A guy. I don't know.
Can we discuss all of these? Do you think?
So what do you want to go with first?
Let's start at the top. Work our way through. Let's just go
I can't remember
chronological.
them, so, yeah.
Biscuit sniffing.
Biscuit
Yeah.
sniffing. Okay.
So
I feel like this is one of the safer ones. But we've been caught by this before. haven't
Yeah, I
we?
think it's a
So-
trick.
It starts with a.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
So-
Move away from it. It's a trap.
So it's very simple.
Okay.
Just want to know your thoughts. Will it become a trend? Will it not become a trend?
Like a TikTok thing.
It could be your TikTok thing. I don't know. I've got into biscuit sniffing.
Right.
So it's a hobby of mine.
Sure.
And it's when you don't want to eat the biscuits, but you want to
See, I'm already out. I always want to eat the biscuits.
So you want to be good in the week. We're not saying that you can never eat the biscuit, but you want to be good in the week. So you want to like cut out the crap. So you you open up the tin and you give it a big
old nostril in to
whiff.
try and get the flavour.
So that's what biscuit sniffing is.
That's just teasing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's
rather
what. So
not.
why you would rather not tease yourself?
I feel like
No.
both me and Phil are on a similar page. If you want a biscuit, have a
I
biscuit.
wouldn't want
Life's
to
too
make it
short.
worse and go, oh, that smells lovely.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
now
have
I'm
it
even
now.
more wound up.
Yeah, well, the same with dog biscuits as well.
No.
Less so, but they are moderately tasty.
They are, which they're not too bad. We actually knew a girl, didn't we, who sucked into dog
Loved a
biscuits.
dog biscuit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
so again, don't knock it, Phil. Actually, that's biscuit sniffing. So it's
pure and
very
simple.
hairdresser cheating.
Maybe we have to do a poll on this.
Yeah.
Are you a biscuit sniffer or a biscuit snaffler? That's the question.
You've got a hairdresser cheating.
That's a new one.
Okay, I missed that one out.
That came out of nowhere.
So-
Well, hit us with that then.
Have you ever cheated on your hairdresser with another hairdresser?
On to another hairdresser. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a while again since me and Richard Fairbrass over here went to a hairdresser.
Back in the 70s when you guys had hair.
It's got to be a good 20 years ago. I went to
You
the
sly
hairdressers.
bitch, you.
Really? Yeah. What was? Yeah.
15, 20 years got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but in that time, did you ever?
Were you always loyal to like one
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
one place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Place like in
think
Hadley,
I was.
Really?
Well, to a certain extent, it depends because I moved houses a couple of times.
Well,
and
that's
you
the
sort of
thing,
find
this is-
another one. You don't. I wouldn't travel back to the one like 15 miles away, sort of thing,
Right.
to maintain that relationship.
Yeah. No. That's what happened because when I moved, I remember starting off with a hairdresser. And then going to another hairdresser in the same town because I didn't particularly like the cut. Turns out they worked at the school, and they confronted me
Danger.
and like saw I had a new haircut. and
Who's
was
done that?
pissed
Who's done that for you,
off.
Richard?
Was pissed off, yeah.
Yeah, who's looking after this Barnet?
Didn't like me getting blown in the chair.
I'll bet they do.
No.
A lot of jealousy in the hairdressing world.
Yeah, no, and it's proper like really fucking weird sort of stuff. Yeah,
I
so
bet it is because they're all sort of self-employed essentially, aren't
Yeah,
they? So it's
so-
like you're doing them out of money. It's the same as we had to let go our window cleaner.
how did that work?
Yeah, but that one it was bad news.
Well, not doing a good job.
Not really. This is the guy. I don't remember if this ever came up.
That's intense.
He fell off a ladder on our driveway.
Oh, he missed the bump.
He was essentially a real klutz. So he fell off the ladder on our driveway and had to be taken to hospital in an ambulance and stuff. So from that point on, we were always a bit nervy.
worried, yeah.
Is he wiping the windows with emu or anything?
He was doing it in a stall, fixing the aerial. So we ended up having to let him go because he just wasn't doing it very good. Like when he was up on the top ladder, he was like, "Fucking hell, I'm getting down here quick." So it was a shitty clean up top. and the bottom was
Oh, really?
was all right.
So who did the dismissal?
I did.
Really?
It was difficult though.
Oh, really?
It's just not. It's not
Especially when I
pleasant.
was on the floor holding his head. It's like,
You're on quite a lot of drugs now. You might not remember this. So I've written you a note and popped it in your pocket. You're sacked.
So was he shit at cleaning windows? Like,
He was. I mean, he was all right on the ground floor, but once he got up the ladder, his arsehole went a little bit. So I think he was.
oh, really?
A bit
So
nervous.
he just didn't bother
So we've
cleaning
had to
them?
replace. So it's a similar sort of thing, isn't it? You
why
feel
didn't
a
you just
bit.
get one of them like long poles where you can just...
Well, exactly. He stayed true to the mop bucket and squeegee.
He was trying to look for windows.
Of course he was.
He was a dirty window cleaner.
Animal. Absolute animal, so
hell.
it was. Always a big puddle on the driveway after he'd finished.
Yeah, fucking hell.
I'm sure he was a window cleaner after all at all. Maybe it's just the council perv.
Yeah, really?
Maybe he's the bloke.
It
Exactly
might
what
be
I'm
the bloke
thinking.
saying. It might be the
Might have been. Might have been the guy.
Can I just clarify as well, when I said I haven't been to the hairdresser for 15 years, I have got extremely long hair now.
Yeah,
It looks like Jesus.
I do need to get it cut. It's like down by my ass.
just for him. Is it like? Did you ever have the mop top hair shop with Play-Doh?
Yeah.
Where you put it in, it just comes out. Just out the sides, like just really long at the sides.
Yeah. Like mad scientist.
He's gone full Doc Brown.
Or the guy from Suede, is it? Is it the way from?
Brett Anderson.
Yeah, didn't he have like really long sort of? He was bald, but he had really long like side.
No,
side
it's
parts.
Terry Nutkins, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. No.
Was he ever in Sway, Terry Nutkins?
It might be.
I'd
Yeah.
love to see
Brett
it.
Anderson.
Be a hell of a
love to see
replacement, wouldn't it?
Mate, yeah. Bit of a-
Brett's on holidays. We've got our backing vocalist in Terry Nutkins. What?
Yeah, what was it that chewed off? Was it a ferret? Was it?
Otter.
Otter. Oh yeah. Oh mate. Otter.
What a
yeah.
way to
and
lose a
Brett,
finger.
And Brett, whatever it's called.
Brett Anderson.
Brett Anderson. Yeah. It's
Are you
classic.
accusing Brett Anderson of being an otter?
Yeah, he bit off
Well, he
Terry
chewed his finger
Nutkins'
off.
finger.
Bit off more than he could chew.
Animal
Literally.
nitrate.
Mate, maybe. Yes. Yeah.
That's a lovely touch, Phil.
Maybe.
Animal nitrate.
Well, maybe Nutkins couldn't get the guitar in that great, so he taught him a lesson. Every time he fucked up on stage,
Bit of finger off.
I'd bite your finger off.
That's why he never played the guitar anymore. He had to move into singing.
And then sold it to the other dude who left,
Bernard Butler.
Bernard Butler, yeah.
What, so Bernard Butler's got an extra half finger?
Yeah.
He must be amazing at hitting different chords, mustn't he?
12 string.
Or get you Butler.
I hate you, Butler. You're leaving Suede. Yeah.
Right, so on
Something
to...
got weird, didn't it?
It did go a bit. So
Keep it going,
the
keep
have a
it
go
going.
thing we talked about last episode. The
We
have
did.
a go dentist. There is actually a have a go dentist. A guy I worked with.
Did he ever go at your teeth, though?
Well, I think this is brilliant. This is so he was working nights or whenever he was. He knocked his two front teeth out.
Right.
If you knocked your two front teeth out, what would you do?
Locate teeth, put them in a glass of milk, get up the hospital.
Yeah, probably Phil. What would you do?
Exactly the same.
Yeah. Or would you go out or go on site to the guy who's got super glue in?
I mean, worst case, that would be my option B, I like to think.
So, mate, he's
stuck his teeth.
super glue his teeth back together. Yeah,
Shit,
and
hell.
they're all over the place now. Bless him. So it's yeah,
He can only eat soup now.
it's not a great
He's a
thing.
mess.
So
Bloody hell.
yeah, so there's some people I worked with. Another guy I worked with used to cut his toenails in the office. So like you used to,
As in, like, full socks off.
full socks off. Used to clip them, and there used to be like the metal bins, like the metal.
Oh, so
used
you
to
could hear it
pinging
ting.
off there.
Oh,
it
that's
just used
not
to
good.
wind up. I didn't know if you boys had any like similar sort of like people doing strange things in the office.
I tell you what,
not
the
like
one when I was very young, I say very young, I was like 18, 19, I worked at
Yeah.
the council for a while.
Yeah,
And there was a guy there who must have been 40, 50, whatever he was.
Yeah.
He would sit there picking his ears with either a paper clip or like the top of a pen.
Okay.
And then would suck. And you're like, oh, come on.
Oh, that is-
But like, you were watching it, and you know when you can't kind of look away, like the
Yeah.
Dr. Pimple Popper type.
Oh, mate.
I don't want to watch it, but it's so disgusting, I've got to watch it. And you're like, he's going to...
He'd eat his own earwax.
He's going to eat it. He's going to eat it. He's going to eat it. And then, you
no.
bastard.
Oh mate! Oh no! It's the other thing this guy did. So basically, he was used to be a roofer back in the day, and he somehow ended up working with us in the office. Like some people get in for whatever reason, and him and his mate were both roofers. And his mate one day, Christmas time, said to him,
Rufus Wainwright.
I've got some turkeys at home. Do you want a turkey?" And it was just quite around. And he goes, yeah, I have a turkey. I think he had a turkey and I think he had a pheasant. So he was going, okay, yeah, I'll sort it out for you. And then the next day he came into the office, there were 2 dead birds on his keyboard. So totally feathered.
It's like freshly killed.
I mean, I actually thought they were going to be live and they're sort of tethered outside.
No, that'd be quality, yeah.
But they were properly just essentially dead birds, feathered them up.
Roadkill.
Oh,
yes.
my days.
So, yeah, very strange. On to...
Always check the small print, people. Always check the small print.
So we go on to the next bit. He's picking up other people's dog poo. Phil, you're a dog owner. Jim, you're not. But
I've looked after dogs. Yeah.
Right, so... How do you feel picking up your own dog's poo?
Yeah, you get used to it.
You get used to it?
Still not pleasant now, is it?
No, it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
you get used to it, didn't you?
have you ever picked up another dog's poo?
Don't think so.
Is this when you've looked after someone? Or when you've been walking around, you're like, this is not good. You've got to...
Yeah. You've got to go. It's horrible.
It's like when you
weird.
do football coaching, similar sort of thing.
Exactly like that.
When
the kids poo on the floor.
There he is. You're under 16s now, Jimbo. What are you doing having a shit on the pitch, you silly son? But now you're like when you train on an external pitch and a fox has had a shit or something. You have to clean it up.
It's horrible, isn't
It's absolutely grim.
Oh my!
It feels so much worse when it's.
My job's around yours every week when you did that, didn't you?
What? I had a shit on the floor.
No, you was picking up the fox poo. You was actually sick while you were doing it.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I was laughing.
Yeah, he was right. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Yeah, mate, when you pick it up, and it had been out for ages, so it was cold. Picking it up.
It's not nice. It's nice when it's warm, isn't it? But not when it's cold.
Well, also,
I would have thought it was worse.
No, it's nice. It's not too bad when it's warm.
It's rather be warm than cold. But the cold, the worst thing about fox's shit is there's no texture to it.
Squidge,
it's just
isn't
squidge.
it?
It's like, well, it's pretty much like them Aldi's mousses, them chocolate protein mousses. There's no, it's that. It's like, you imagine trying to pick that up and it's like, and it reeks. It fucking reeks. I hate it.
Not 40 just blank. Brought to you by Aldi's Mousses. They're sick and they're rank. They're like fox shit. Get one today.
So we jump back and forth actually as I normally do in my head. So I'm going to go with a poo in the nude because it's tied into people I worked with.
Okay.
So a guy I used to work with, again, how do you feel about this?
You used to work with a guy.
I feel all right with that. Yeah.
You all right with that? Cool. How would you feel?
So far, so good.
How would you feel with a guy who has a poo in the nude?
Well, I mean, as long as he's not in the middle of the common room, whatever he gets up to, I suppose.
So every time he goes to the toilet, no matter if he's dressed or not, he'll just undress
completely naked and hangs up his stuff.
Now, hang on. So does he take off the shirt and the trousers, or does he go like socks off? How far does he go?
From what I remember,
weirdly leaves the pants just around the ankles. It's because he doesn't want to be caught.
The socks and the shoes do come off.
They come off as well.
Everything comes off. Yeah. So,
what's the reasoning behind it? Did he ever give you a reason?
It's had to do with his childhood. It was he'd always
he had a bad.
So it's a bit. That reminds me of people who go to the urinals and actually pull their trousers down.
Does
he do that as well?
See, I find that more weird because the fact, at least with the cubicle,
the urinals. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Really? Have you been in? Like,
I don't know if I have, but there are people. Yeah, I think.
I suppose it's like when they get more and more drunk. Almost, it's just
they just stand there and just like.
Kecks down, and he's just like, what? It's normally one of them that's really proud.
It's like you do when you're a kid, isn't it? Like you're a little toddler,
and you have to be lifted up by your responsible adult, just because you can't reach. Trousers down, up you go.
Full steam ahead.
That is odd if he's getting completely undressed to go.
It's odd, but I'm not judging it that badly.
I suppose you don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's locking the door and he's doing it.
In the same way that I kind of get, it's nice to have a sit down wee every now and again.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
enjoy
as I'm getting older, I prefer
especially because it eliminates the possibility of the little leak.
It's nice in the night as well. You don't.
But when you do that,
you can do it in the dark.
Splashing more water on it. What, when you sit down and have a wee?
Yeah, I just kind of just relax.
While I'm here.
Yeah, I just
might
relax.
as well.
What do you mean? Well, you just have a choice to have a shit.
No, but
feels so backed up. He can produce on
I need to go have a shit. I have a shit. I don't just suddenly go. You know what, Phil? Let's have a shit.
I've had 2 shits today, but because I'm sitting down having a wee,
just sit down and then just
let it happen.
Yeah, then just go.
Just relax.
Yeah, just
let
relax.
it all out.
Well, it just comes out of your ass that easy.
The guy
really?
the guy eats a lot of roughage. He's pretty fibrous.
Got a good bowel system.
There's no. I have to do a bit of snake charming to get that.
We have to play a flute. The old Chute flute. Is that what we're calling it? There's the title, Chute flute.
Get some.
We'll have that, Barry. Remember that one?
Got some Indian guy in there just having a good old play. That sounds wrong. So that's the poo in the nude, essentially. So,
Lovely.
So finish up with can v mediums. Do you know what that could mean?
Is it to do with psychics from Canvey, or are you just not a fan of the larger and thinner people of Canvey? You only like the mediums?
Mate, you're right with your first guess. It's to do with, that's what it's to do with. It's to do with, after my, I don't know why I laughed but after my nan died, I don't know why I laughed. I don't know why that sounds like
That is a randomly weird
that's
thing
what
to
gets
laugh
the
at.
joke in the Dello household. We talk about nan's death. Skipping on from that.
For all those listeners feeling uncomfortable now, at us laughing.
Sorry, Mum, Nan. I didn't mean to go there, but it was maybe a nervous laugh. Who knows? But can be mediums. That I ended up going to them to find out a little bit more, because I told you about my nan being a medium and sort of the whole witch thing. So I thought I'd go see this lady. So I don't know. I was going to ask you before.
Is this recently?
This was good. Probably about 10 years ago.
Oh,
actually,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So, but I wondered if you'd ever had any psychic sort of experience, or what your thoughts are, boys, about it.
I'm
What
not
are
a
your
believer.
thoughts?
No.
I've got to be honest. I'm quite sceptical. I'm a bit too analytical. I think unless you can prove it. I don't think I can. I'm going with it.
Mate, this thing 100%. But basically, I'd gone in there open mind, thinking, potentially this could happen, and then
What could happen?
as in she could find out a bit more about my nan.
Right,
And,
so
tell me
you
about
went in there
backstory.
hoping she could contact your nan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it got to the point where it was a guy on the other end of the door was holding the door shut, and she was trying to pretend that my granddad was locking the door because he was this prankster. And it's like, Charlie's holding the door and all stuff like that. It was fucking
Like
bizarre.
Whoopi Goldberg in Ghost.
Yeah. And it got to the point she was like throwing out stuff for me to try and attach to, and it got to the point it didn't get like this, but it almost got to like, so do you know someone who's got skin on their face? It's like that sort of like,
unless some of their ones land early, they start to get very vague.
Do you know someone who's called Steve and breathes oxygen?
Yeah, did they breathe air?
Yeah, it's
yes. Oh my God, this is amazing.
And it got to the point where I didn't pay her, but she wanted a donation that happened to be for this fund, so to speak.
Right,
like the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
So I ended up handing over.
I don't charge for my services, but I would like.
But there is this thing, and it just like,
it just so happens to be 50 quid, which is my
It was so shit. I was like, I think I was playing with my wedding ring. She trying to made out that my wife. It was just so scraping the barrel shit. So at least with like people like, I don't know, what's the Scouser guy? Derek Okora. He had a whole sort of like theatre.
Yeah,
they could throw it out, and I'm not saying that people aren't skilled in this though, but this person was just
You've got to be a certain type of charlatan.
Yeah, not on Canvey. So I wondered if you boys had any thoughts on that, but apart from that, I
feel like another sponsorship coming.
That's the update.
Not 40 just blank. Brought to you by Canvey Mediums. You won't see it coming, nor will they.
So that was pretty much that. Unless you want to talk about the worst chat-up lines in a fishmonger's, and that's for you boys to come up with, or
already it sounds dangerous.
It sounds dangerous.
We could go down that way because I think Phil has got the gift of the gab when it comes to the ladies.
Potentially, so we could leave that. Not feeling it, or did you want to talk about how vasectomy is?
Well, for want of a better...
Mine's not very exciting.
No?
Is it not?
No.
Really? Did you not have an exciting time?
Did you not get the...
Did you not pay for the private?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's what you missed out on.
It just had to go.
They just stapled it shut.
Yeah.
Just stamped on it. Right, trousers down, Mr. Reynolds. Lie on the floor and we'll get this lady with big boots to jump on your bollocks for a bit.
Mate, I always remember actually with because you had your one first. I always remember you telling me about like
Where I lead, others follow. Sure,
obviously.
yeah.
But I just remember you telling me about the smell of the burnt skin.
So it was. I walked in second into the room, and I was acutely
there was a
aware.
man in there already.
With his mask.
Let me clarify.
Jim, this is Pete.
It's
Right next to each other.
shake hands and just look away from each other. No, so it's very much a one at a time situation. But I was second.
Do you want to go for the 2-for-1 deal?
Yeah, it was a lot cheaper. And I was aware that there had been someone in there before me.
Right, got you.
And the smell of their burning internal sack was something to behold.
Yeah, it's a weird smell, isn't it?
Yeah, that stuck in my mind. And
I always remember having like an older woman, like the nurse. But she was like, she's obviously very experienced, but she was just.
It's like water for ducks back. Isn't it?
So
you're lying there feeling very
really
vulnerable.
comfortable. I remember like she's like. She was like,
giving you like Maltesers.
No,
Really
she was like, get
comfortable.
undressed.
She was massaging your neck.
I was getting undressed in the corner, and she's going, "Oh, they're nice pants." And things like that. And I was
Oh no, that's too
it was
much.
really weird. I was just like, yeah.
What I'd rather is complete silence. Just get on with what you need to do, and I'll see you never again.
Bizarre, wasn't it?
But yeah, they do try and give it the whole. So you going anywhere nice on your holidays? Look, I would talk to you, love, but at the minute you've got tubes that are inside my balls out, and you're cutting them up. It's weird.
Doesn't your helmet look like Justin Timberlake?
Always handsome. Come and have a look at this one, Gloria.
She was really funny. Like, just it's odd how like comfortable.
It's so blasé.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's like like when you go into the hairdressers again, like having a chit chat. It was that sort of thing.
Oh,
Like, I was
who
having like, where do you,
Oh,
were
is
you
you
going on
saying
holiday?
you're going
Yeah,
to go
I
for
actually have that.
cheating vasectomies now?
Yeah, I could say, yeah. Oh, that would be
Who
bad.
did this for you last time? Oh, they've made
Oh,
a
they
bloody
didn't do a
mess
good
of it.
job.
Oh, just that.
Wow.
Oh, that's
That's
nasty,
going to
isn't
take
it?
some. That's
Yeah,
going to take some time.
we'll take some more off the back, and it'll be fine.
So the thing with the vasectomy, though, I didn't know if you had any sort of like weird stuff happen, but my one wasn't in the actual when I had my vasectomy. It was in the pre-op checkup.
Oh right.
So when I had the pre-checkup, I remember
I thought
going.
that was just a discussion, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he examined me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he examined.
Yeah, I think I do.
Really?
Yeah,
I
so.
didn't.
Well, I remember.
Sure they do.
They just assumed that I knew what I was doing. It's
Oh yeah, it's like,
go on
he's
then,
a pro.
crack
He's
on.
gone for the 2-for-1.
He's in with Graham.
Pete's got in first. Pete's told Jim. It's all right.
Yeah, this is Pete's third.
He's all right. He loves it here, Pete.
He's old.
Pete comes in. It's like a second time. I love it.
I love it here. Every second Thursday. No, I don't remember
the really shit version.
I don't remember it at all, the pre-chat.
Oh, well, the pre-op thing.
What happened to you?
Well, I went there, so I did a pre-op sort of examination sort of thing, and like obviously the balls and the penis came out.
Yes, they
And,
did.
Yeah, and
They didn't ask for them, but they'll get some out anyway.
and he had-
This is a dentist, Mr. Dello.
and he had a feel and stuff like that, and I was like, fair enough. And then
He
afterwards,
pops a finger up.
no, that was the thing. I felt when he was doing it, I felt a bit odd, if I'm honest with you, but I didn't really question it. And then when I went over, he didn't have any gloves on. So it was weird. He just literally had a feel. Whether he forgot, I don't know. It's like, it was fucking
Again, I
really-
suppose, they're so blasé.
Skin on
aren't they?
skin's far better, isn't it?
Yeah, do you prefer that, mate? Would you prefer that? Better connection?
Yeah, you don't really need
Better
like,
bonding session?
latex, do you?
Yeah, that's what, to get in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. But
Be like
More
you're,
personal.
I don't know, I'm a little bit sort
like
of
you're
like,
getting fondled by Spider-Man.
Yeah.
what about when...
As long as he washed his hands before he had his sandwiches, I suppose everything's all
Well,
right.
that's the
isn't it?
thing. He just tucked into that baguette. Like, didn't even
Just have
blink.
that. Yeah. Crisps? No, thanks, mate. I'm all right.
Yeah, no. So I just found it a little bit fucking weird. So
That is weird. I'll tell you what's going to be even weirder. People listening to this in work and me looking at me in the eye. The next meeting I go to.
oh man,
All right, Adam, Michelle. There we go.
so that's
Is that the roundup of
that's
weird-
all that's been floating around?
Weird
So,
stuff that's been troubling
yeah, it's
you for
probably
the last couple of weeks.
sounded more weirder than it maybe was. I don't know. Whether it is.
I'd like to think it was about as weird as it sounded, Del. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
No arguments with that. Shall we move from the stuff that's been troubling you to what was troubling the world in 1988? Shall we do some
Yes,
proper news?
let's do that, man.
Let's do this. Okay.
You're
I will
professional.
start you off.
You are professional.
Thank you. I like to keep this train on the tracks. I'm going to start you off. As we have
All aboard.
made tradition this series, with Rear of the Year.
yeah, 88.
So if you remember 87, they
Who was 87?
they only did the woman again.
Hey, and it was, what's her name, from EastEnders, wasn't it?
It was Anita Dobson. You're right. So there was no male. So for 1988, Richard, would you like to have a guess at 1988's female and male winner?
I don't know, but I'm going in thick and fast with Kylie and Jason.
They are fabulously good guesses, but when you know the real answer, you couldn't be further from the truth.
Really? Oh, is it Jason and Freddie?
Closer, weirdly. So
Princess Di.
let's focus. Yeah, focus on the woman first. So this is 1988.
Oh, the Crankies.
I will tell you that the woman is an actress, and when we get to the gentleman, he's a sports star. So let's.
And were they always British?
These two are.
They're British, yeah.
No, we'd had a couple of sort of
Big in
internationals,
88.
hadn't we? Like that Lindsay DePaul, whatever her name was.
So when you say actresses, what are we talking? TV actress or
A
film?
TV actress.
Oh, okay.
88.
Yeah, TV actress.
And we had Anita. So I reckon we're back in EastEnders again, or around that time.
Possibly.
Oh, who was the woman who used to work behind the bar at Corrie?
Beverly.
Betty's
Betty's hot spot.
Betty's hotspot. Betty's hotspot.
What is a hot spot? Not Betty. A good spot. That's what. Betty's hot pot. No.
I'm just sorry to cut you in on
That's
this.
all right, no.
Do you ever remember an episode of The Word? It was it's either The Word or some show like that. It was Ivy. Do you remember? There was
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
Yeah, do you remember?
She got absolutely slaughtered or something.
She got hammered on a program.
That's
and
right, it
there
was The
this,
Word.
There was this guy coming around, and for some reason he had his dick out, and he's meant to intimidate her, but she
just
didn't know what to do, and she just got this
Grabbed
guy's
hold of
dick
it,
and put it in her mouth.
Yeah.
It was like-
Ivy.
I remember.
yeah, she was. I can't remember
Really
Ivy
old actress, Tilsley or something.
Yeah,
Whatever it was. Yeah.
So-
It must be on YouTube.
I remember
or something
sticking
weird.
with me because it was fucking horrendous.
Yes, because she was like 60 odds.
Easily,
must have been, wasn't she?
yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
She just popped it in like as if someone's like, oh yeah,
So-
cheers. Oh, yeah, cough drop. Okay.
Yeah, cheese board. Lovely. Yeah, I do remember that, but it's a hell of a segue.
So is she a soap
All right,
actress?
so back to it. So she's a sitcom actress.
Oh, a sitcom in the
Yeah.
88.
88
Ooh.
sitcom.
You have to go to. Oh,
So
Bread.
you've probably got your
Yeah,
sort of
of.
research for TV.
Is it Cheryl Baker?
It would be great if it was Cheryl Baker. Was she doing
She had
record
three
breakers
good
at this
arse,
point?
didn't she, Cheryl Baker?
Yeah, it wasn't her. It wasn't her, but
Carol
yes,
Smiley. She's not.
Carol
actress,
Smiley,
is she?
Smiley. I
Um,
mean, what you're going to do? You're going to go through everything, and you're going to go. You're fucking kidding
Murder, She
me.
Wrote.
Murder,
What's
She
her
Wrote.
name?
Jessica
Angela
Lansbury.
Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. No,
is it? Ooh.
Hang on, am I even on the right year?
it's
I
mad.
I'm not
don't know,
even-
but let's
I'm not
go with the
even on the
guy
right yet.
because we're
Okay, so gentleman is as I say, a sports star,
Daley
but-
Thompson.
But see, that's the obvious one because he had
Okay.
some tight shorts, didn't he? In the old
Is it
Olympics?
someone like depressing like Seb Coe,
It's mildly depressing, like Sebco.
Steve Davis?
It's exactly Steve
Steve
Davis,
Davis.
the
Back in it,
Romford
rearing it,
Nugget.
yeah, what?
I mean, he always used to wear a pair of tight trousers to play snooker in, so they must have seen something in
I
it.
suppose bending over all the time.
Bending over, he had a lovely firm pair, but he's the most boring human being alive, wasn't he? At that point, I'm
Yes.
terribly interested. That was the whole gag.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that was the whole thing.
I'm
yeah.
very
It
interested.
was just so disciplined.
Although he is quite a funny person, actually, isn't he?
Yeah, he could laugh at
He has got a
himself.
good personality.
But it's like that. If you went rear of the year,
Yeah.
it doesn't leap out.
Yeah,
at
imagine
you.
Barrymore, though, the year before.
Well, no,
or the
exactly. They
one
just went for
before.
very tall, thin men. It seems.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had the same kind of
bizarre.
physique, didn't they?
Yeah.
them two?
Very strange, but
Imagine
yeah.
like Davis, just obviously he's got a certain like stigma about his personality. But imagine like if any room he goes into, he drops his pants.
Bang! It's
And
like
that's it,
Jesus.
yeah.
That is a great
That's it.
And they
arse.
should, like... Yeah, you know, like, have you ever seen Yellowstone?
Right.
You know when they singe.
Brand.
Oh.
They should do that, like the rear of the year.
Rear of the
What
year.
year they got on the arse. So when they do it,
Yes.
you've
Yeah, what's
always
it
got
called
on
when
there.
you
Brand them.
branding? That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So it should be like ROTY 88.
Yeah.
Branded on his
so Barrymore
buttock.
would have 86.
Yeah.
Steve Davis 88.
So let's find out who's getting the female brand.
I can't from the what I've done here. I can't.
It's really surprising.
Leslie
and
Ash.
even if I tell you
It's
the
not Leslie Ash,
sitcom,
is it?
you'll still not guess her.
Yeah, it
immediately.
puts out of our misery like a 80-year-old
It almost is an 80-year-old.
Cat.
It's Sue Pollard from Heidi High.
Really? Oh, no, really?
Can you imagine that?
God, they were scraping the barrel.
They
there.
really were, weren't they? Sue Pollard and Steve Davis were the winners of Rear of the Year.
Imagine
What a
that
sad
couple.
year.
It's not putting
power.
88 in a good light, is it?
The power couple.
Could you imagine if like
The Kanye and Kim
they had
of
Loaded
88.
magazine out in '88?
And they've got Sue
You had
Pollard on the
Dempsey
front.
on the front. Centrefolds.
The Romford Nugget and Heidi Highs. I just want to be a yellow cart.
I told you about when I met Sue Pollard, didn't I?
Yeah, she was swearing.
Oh, yeah. She was like an absolute docker, wasn't
shit-faced.
she? Yeah.
Absolute shit-faced. Yeah,
She
just
went
before a
properly off
gig.
the rails, didn't she?
Yeah, but just like, like when people just don't want to draw attention to themselves, they're celebs, because you think, okay,
She did
maybe
not
keep-
give two
No,
shits.
she was fucked, just shouting.
I'm so fucking Pollard. I was Rear of the Year in 88.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
fucking
Fucking
tossers.
deal with.
Me and Steve Davis still get it on every Friday.
Oh, mate, he screws back.
Oh, for the tight pink or the the easy pink or the tight brown.
Not so
It's
tight.
Terrible,
Not so tight anymore.
terrible gag. Oh, what a Rear of the Year.
Yeah, that's
I'm hoping that 89
that's a
is.
disappointing.
Yeah, it is,
Rear
isn't
of
it?
the Year,
I hope the last one of the decade is.
Jimmy, he'd be
is
thinking
better.
of Brown, wouldn't he?
He'd always be going for the tight brown.
Yeah.
Into the middle pocket.
Into the...
I don't know what that even means. All right, let's move away from Steve Davis's buttocks. Let's go to more news. I will tell you two things, and then you can shout some stuff out if you've got it.
Okay.
The first Red Nose Day ever in 1988
yeah.
raised 15 million quid, which back then I reckon is half,
all right, yeah.
half decent, isn't
Decent,
it?
yeah.
They've raised some serious cash over the years as well. And GCSEs took over from A levels, which is what we ended up taking, obviously. So we started just a year later.
Why did they change it? Do you know why?
They just change it every now and again. I think they're going to change again, aren't they?
they really?
So
Okay.
they're
They
moving
kind
away
of changed
from.
the system, isn't it? It's
It's
not
now-
ABC and then
It's
it's
now
like 9
points, yeah, but they're going to move away from
They changed
GCSEs.
the alphabet.
and yeah,
So yeah, so it's point based.
So you don't have ABC anymore. You just start from D.
You start from D.
Yeah.
Well, you always start.
You
on
know,
D.
you start from 4. You do ABC 4.
Yeah,
ABC.
yeah. It's a multiple choice.
like the question.
A, 2, C, 4. Which sounds like a
very
terrible
true.
game of Battleship.
Is that all you got for news?
No. But I thought I'd let you.
I feel was disgusted there. It's ready to...
I feel I've spent too long focusing on Steve Davis's buttocks, so I just need to have a quick shower while you talk about some more news.
Palate cleanser.
Exactly.
Go on then,
What you got?
So, in the first primetime wrestling match in 30 years,
Straight away, Wallop.
Andre the Giant beats Hulk Hogan.
Did he
Big
really?
news, big
Ooh.
sports news from the year.
Big.
Because wrestling was big back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
Like
Yeah.
WWF, I imagine it was back then.
Yeah, because you used to have quite a lot of Saturday afternoon wrestling, didn't you? With like Big Daddy.
We
and
had the shitty
Yeah,
stuff
it's
on
a
like
little-
World of
yeah, it's
Sport.
so
whatever it
laughable.
was.
a haystack and
Giant haystacks
Yeah.
and
Comparing
Kendo
the
Nagasaki
two.
and stuff, and then they had like the glitz,
have-
the glamour,
yeah.
the fireworks.
It's when you
man.
really compare the two.
was
Yeah,
huge,
episodes,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
their one was in like in the Birmingham Social Club, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had like 80
mate.
blokes just watching around, just drinking like
Full of
mild
smoke. You could only
Yeah.
see the stage.
And they had 30,000 in massive outdoor arenas and stuff. It was a
I remember
different world.
going to Basildon. It was Festival Hall before it was Festival Leisure, and they had the British wrestling on.
Oh.
And I remember
Quality
going
efforts.
there, and there was Kendo Nagasaki. There was, I think, there's Big Daddy, maybe Giant Haystacks. But do you remember there was like a lady who dressed up as like a American Indian lady. She was like a manager or something. She used to come-
Okay.
I remember this is quite a low point. I just remember me and Gav just basically calling her a fucking bitch, just like blatantly,
Really
this
entered into it.
Yeah, this poor lady, she's just like coming out, and we were just being like, because we had the freedom at that
Yeah.
age just to be dicks and
Absolute.
just shout abuse, and just like she probably just
Animals.
thought, why am I putting up?
You'd be
with
like your big rubber hand.
this? Yeah.
Yeah. She's sitting there going,
No.
I'm only being paid 50 quid for this. What am I
Yeah.
doing?
In that wrestling, they didn't hand out rubber hands; they handed out rubber dildos.
Just beat
massive,
people with
yeah, just beat people to death with a 9-inch fucking rubber cock.
Now that's the title.
That's
What else
Good
you got,
old wrestling.
Reynolds? What else you got? Take us away from wrestling.
Plans for Europe's tallest skyscraper to be built at Canary Wharf are revealed. It's set to cost approximately $3 billion to build and is due to open in 1992.
Jesus.
okay.
Which one was that then?
Canary Wharf.
The actual Canary, well, I suppose to.
And do you know how they got the name for that?
How did they get the name?
It sounded like he had a real nugget of information for
I was
us.
going to make up some shit.
And I was like, I,
just
bet
thought,
he
no.
doesn't know this. He's like, please someone answer
I've got a
it.
few little bits.
Go on.
The American radio station WYHY offers $1 million to anyone who can prove Elvis Presley is still alive.
Did Elvis get that?
I don't think anyone did, though.
Really?
Roy Orbison died.
Oh,
Only 52.
bloody hell. He
About
always looked.
65.
I was going to say, they all looked quite old, didn't they, back then?
He was executed, wasn't
Yeah, for looking old.
he? Looking up.
And then there was,
By Oil of Ulay.
Yeah.
and there was another sad death, actually.
Oh,
And we've all got ready for this.
was it your hopes and dreams?
It was Andy Gibb, pop singer, dies in Oxford, at the age of 30 from heart inflammation.
Who's Andy Gibb?
Well, I'm guessing he's one of the Gibb brothers, isn't he?
It's one of the...
The fourth
The
one?
fourth one,
Yeah.
Was there a fourth one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one they used to keep locked up.
So, you know,
Because he was really deep.
Yeah. It's...
How deep is your shut up, Andy?
Yeah, we've got to do a
Fuck off, Andy. Shut the fuck up.
An homage.
Come on, Andy.
I don't know, did he actually ever sing with him? I don't know.
They weren't
I
allowed.
thought so, no. Because
He wasn't allowed. He just kept chained to the radio.
Was he mute?
It just...
He was,
Yeah.
He
They
was
just used to throw chicken bones at him and just tell him
he was
to
No,
fuck
like-
off.
baritone, wasn't
They're
he?
like,
Yeah, the zip...
Sewed his mouth up.
yeah,
Yeah.
sewed his mouth and he couldn't speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Or
like...
he had a really deep voice, so they didn't like
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It's really good. It's like Barry White or something.
All right, mate.
Yeah, you go.
Shrimp on the barbie.
Oh, mate.
Why is he Australian?
He's not even Australian. It's like a Londoner trying to do
They
it.
moved to Australia, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
he did.
Let's say that. You got any more weird
I've
shit?
got 3
Ooh.
relevant football stories.
Oh, have you now?
Which caught my eye, really.
Okay.
So, in English football, 21-year-old midfielder Paul Gascoigne becomes the first £2
Never heard of
million
him.
footballer signed by a British club when he joins Tottenham and
Big
leaves
bucks.
Newcastle.
Oh,
But
2
only a
million
month
quid.
later, Everton quickly break the transfer record when they pay $2.3 million for 22-year-old Tony Cottee from West Ham United.
Oh.
Did they really? Wow.
And then 2 weeks later,
Wow.
They break the record
Ian
again?
Rush is the most expensive player to go back to Liverpool from Juventus.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in like the space of
Smashing it.
6 weeks, there was 3 transfer
Transfer,
records
wow.
broken.
But still, 2 million quid. It's just, you can't buy anyone for like League 2 now, can you? For
Yeah,
No,
Gascoigne,
that's
Cottee, and Ian Rush for left
For 6
just
million.
over 6 million.
That's crazy.
That's not
isn't it?
bad, is it?
No,
It's
it's not
ridiculous.
bad.
Them 3.
money, decent money there. Value for money.
Wow.
I've got a couple more then. If that shall I jump back? Do you remember the Piper Alpha oil rig that exploded out in the North Sea and got caught
yeah.
on fire and stuff?
Yeah.
Is that with? It sounds like Fred Astaire, but it's Red Adair.
Red Adair. He was
That's
like
it,
the guy that came in to try and put it out. He managed the team of.
Yeah, he tried to put it out with his dance moves.
He did, but
Just
turned out his feet. It was like Michael Flatley, feet of flame. It really didn't melt.
Imagine if they got the
His
whole
name
River
was-
Dance team
His
in.
name was Red Adair, and he went out to put the fire out.
Yeah.
He's had a massive fire extinguisher.
That's what I remember about that. It's
That's
just some
right,
guy
yeah.
called Red Adair. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was that one. Pubs get to stay open all day for the first time, so not through the night.
What
I mean,
a
but
time.
They used
Oh,
to
really?
close at lunchtime.
Did they really? Oh.
Yeah, and that was for the first time back in '88. Bloody
Wow.
horror.
Good
what
old
else
days.
What else have I got? Sad days. The Pan Am transatlantic flight. Do you remember that one that blew up over
right,
Lockerbie?
okay.
Yeah, I had that. Didn't want to mention it though.
Didn't want to mention.
Bring it
Didn't want to bring it down. So he
Left
talks
that
about
to you.
Tony Cottee instead.
Start talking about Steve Davis again.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you about other sports then, because
Ooh.
it was Olympics year, wasn't it? So we got the Winter Olympics, and I remember the 2 big things that happened from the '88
Oh, it was
Yes.
Eddie the Eagle, wasn't it?
Who morphed as Sue Pollard?
Who moved in Silk Pollard and won Rear of the Year straight
Didn't
after.
have good arse.
Yeah.
Terrible. Well, not in those baggy outfits they used to wear, but yeah. So Eddie Edwards.
I saw it.
Okay.
I had a Q&A with Eddie the Eagle on the cruise in the summer. Did I say that?
No,
No,
you did
how
not.
did you not?
When we
How did
said,
you not
how
tell
was
us
your
that?
cruise,
And
you
I passed
said,
him in the corridor.
you told us cruises, rubbish, they're too busy
Yeah.
and you can't get on any of the
He came on and
lilos.
did a Q&A.
Or did you rough him up?
Yeah, he just came.
God.
He came on and they did
you
about
get a photo with him?
45. No, I didn't do that. 45-minute thing. And it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
And then later that evening, I was walking back to as I turned the corner,
You wanked him off.
he came round the corner, and I kind of stepped out his way. And as I walked past, I went, that was Eddie the Eagle.
He jumped out of the way and he fell over because he could never stick the
Has he
landing.
still
could
got the ridiculously thick glasses?
No. Yeah, he's quite stylish.
He's been over turkeys and his teeth done, the eyes, the lot.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
He's
It was quite
absolutely
interesting
handsome.
story, actually. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the second big thing that came out of the Winter Olympics of '88?
It's 88.
The Avalanche.
No. But if I say
Oh, Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings, the Jamaican bobsleigh team,
Yes.
and the inspiration for the great film. But yeah, so and then we moved from winter and we go to the Summer Olympics as well, which was in Korea, wasn't it? In
Sorry,
Seoul.
Jim, just to cut you off, because I know you know a lot about sort of, not that this really matters because you know a lot about John Candy, but was the actual, how much of that story was true?
I think they obviously have certain poetic license with it,
Yeah,
but
of
essentially it was that
John Candy wasn't
they
the
had
manager.
He wasn't. Oh,
they had
shit.
no
That was my
training.
question.
They had no training, no funding. They did learn just using sort of rudimentary
Oh, okay.
bits and pieces and apparatus. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, they did legitimately finish and compete and all the rest
Right,
of it.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, great little thing. But anyway, where were we? Sorry. Yeah, so the Summer Olympics we're moving on to. So the big one,
So is this the year of Ben Johnson?
that's exactly what I've written down. Ben Johnson's
Coked up to
DQ,
his-
absolutely steroided off his bollocks, wasn't he? And just went, I can't understand
about
why
6
people understood it. Yeah, they're still the fence or the start line. What's wrong with them all?
Absolutely stormed it, didn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, he's destroyed them by like 10 metres in a
It was
100
way
metre
ahead,
race.
wasn't
It's like, I think I might have taken a little bit too much. I should have made it more believable.
It was a ridiculous
As he
race,
stops halfway down and goes, come on, lads, I'll start again in a minute.
Yeah. Like Cole Lewis, Lipford Quistin, he made them look
All
like
great
amateurs,
athletes,
didn't
yeah, absolutely. And then in the female version of that, you had Flojo with the crazy long
yeah.
nails and stuff.
Jamaican,
Remember?
wasn't she?
Yes.
Was
She was American.
Oh, was she American?
American. Florence Griffiths Joyner.
Yeah, and I do remember.
She had those crazy long nails.
I think there was a Jamaican a few years later who had the same kind of thing, wasn't there?
Yeah, they're very, very big in the sprinting world now, Jamaicans, aren't they? And then the only other thing, in fact, sorry, I apologize, I've got two other things. Do you remember in the high diving, there was an American diver,
Greg
Louganis,
Louganis.
he smacked his head on the
Yeah,
concrete
that was
thing and he
awful.
literally fell flat, didn't he? And it was like, oh my Christ, the
he
guy's
got a 10,
dead.
didn't he?
He absolutely nailed the landing.
That was like- that's the
pissing
best.
blood everywhere. He looked like the red arrows coming down.
It was awful. That
That
But
was
the thing
horrible.
was, his head started pouring with blood, but a shark coming in the water ate him, and he couldn't pick up his
was mass misery.
Yeah, it was dangerous after that, so they had to cancel the rest of the swim meets
swimming.
because there's a massive fucking shark in there. And then in other animal news from the Olympics, they released at the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
They released hundreds and hundreds of doves as like a symbol of peace.
Yeah.
and then they all turned as like one flock and flew straight through the massive fucking fireball that they have. You know, they have the Olympic flame, and it burnt them all up.
Really?
It was awful,
really?
yeah.
It's
Really,
like
really
barbecue
awful.
dove.
Yeah, essentially they were eating dove for weeks, it turns out.
Did they play the Madness song when there was?
Oh, it's fucking us. The wings of a dove. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Or the Prince song.
Oh, yeah. When doves cry, doves would cry then.
What, you sexy thing?
Sexy mother.
Get off.
Sexy mother, get off. Put me out. Tarred feathers. That's all my news from 88.
Well, see, sticking with sport, I didn't have it down, but you reminded me. It was the Euros '88 as well, wasn't it?
Bloody hell, it
Yeah.
wasn't it?
We
That
didn't,
was the
we didn't do
Netherlands
too well.
doing
I
it.
think we went out in the group
Pasted.
stage, didn't we?
Pasted.
Netherlands won it, Rudel it, and obviously the wonderful
Van
Marco van Basten goal.
one-
That
Wonderful,
volley.
yeah.
Oh, it's outrageous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they still, and you still can't quite work out how he's fucking done it because it's coming over his shoulder.
Yeah, it's
and
one
he's
of
hitting it
them.
across, back up the way it's coming, and it's dipped and looped. And, oh,
Shilton,
so
wasn't it?
good.
Shilton and goal, though, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's old.
Was
No,
it
it's,
Shilton?
no, it's a Russian goalkeeper.
I
It was
thought it
in
was
the
against
final.
us. Was it not against
No,
us?
it was in the final against the Russian. It was Reinat Desaev was the goalkeeper.
Was
There
it
you
in the
go.
final?
Great
in the
knowledge,
final,
yeah.
yeah.
I remember Rudel scored in the final.
Yeah, he
didn't
scored.
One of those,
Yeah.
that was one of those bullet headers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause he had the dreadlocks that really
Yeah, it
sort of
looks really-
accentuated.
yeah,
and it looked
it did,
great
yeah.
from the
It did look really
back
good,
of the
yeah.
goal. You remember that shot?
Yeah, it
as well,
was
as
it
always,
was
isn't
a
it?
Bosch, yeah.
Bang, have that.
Yeah, because there was still
Because him and
USSR, then, weren't
Rijkaard,
they?
yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
In the
right,
like the red and the white
Yeah.
chevron tops.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
do too well. I kind of Ireland, I think, did quite well, didn't they? if I
Yeah,
remember
but
rightly?
no, but at the end of it, Ruud Gullit said, "Guys, if you can change,
And we can change.
He
Everybody
did
can
a Rocky
change.
form.
He
Yeah.
did. He did.
Yeah, so yeah, I forgot. I didn't write down.
What a
'cause it was
what a sporting.
it was a
year
bit
that
of a
was.
non-event 88 one, wasn't it?
In the end, yeah, but there was a hell of a lot going on there. Bloody hell,
Oh, big time.
good stuff. Any more for any more, or
No.
is that everything? Well, if that's the official news from 1988, you know what it can only mean. It's only time for Dell's weird news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is. You got one weird story.
Just the one.
One weird story.
Slow
and then
news,
you've got
yeah.
some weird facts.
Oh, he's branching out.
Branching out a little bit.
Okay, hit us with the one weird story. Then, mate.
So this was horrendous. I heard this the other day, but I thought I'd share it with you boys. A lady's husband, ultimate fantasy, was to boil 3 eggs, deshell them, and then stick them up his wife's vagina.
That was his fantasy.
His fantasy, and she allowed it while he then ate
Love eggs.
ate them out. Oh, you love it? Yeah. Would you do you love eggs that much?
I do like eggs.
Yeah. Is that something you'd bring to your love making routine, Phil?
The fact that you're actually contemplating this is making me slightly nervous.
Yeah.
Phil.
The thing that pops into mind is that bit of Airplane, where he's like taking the eggs out, but he's obviously putting them in,
Popping back in.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just found that.
That is.
Have a bit of toast ready.
What is the oddest thing out of it? Is it the man for thinking of that and wanting to do it, or is it the lady for allowing it?
I mean, it's a bit of both, isn't it? Let's be brutally honest.
Is there more swings?
Hey, what goes on behind closed doors, though?
You just don't know, do you? That's the beauty of
what goes on in their home stays in their home.
This lady shared it. So she's proud of it. She's like, well, obviously not proud.
At the very least on board.
On board with it, yeah.
Dang.
That's a normal thing this day and age, isn't it?
It's pretty vanilla,
oversharing.
isn't it? Pretty vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that me and Phil have got up to is absolutely make your toes go.
Yeah, it's proper X-rated stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that. That's purely for me and you off camera, innit, mate? We'll gloss.
Sell that stuff on the dark web.
Exactly. When the money's run out from this absolute money spinner, maybe we'll sell our sordid sex secrets. But until then, let's move on to your weird records.
Jim and Phil's sex secrets are this.
It'll make you honestly. It'll make your eyes bleed.
There's a book there, isn't there, somewhere?
Not
Christmas stocking stuffer.
Not naughty.
That's what they call it.
Not naughty, just wank.
And there is the title.
There you go. So, can you tell me?
I'd love to.
Which condiment was used?
Europe.
Hang on, is this Jim versus Phil?
This is just weird facts. So, to play along as well.
Yeah. I feel like I want to do my joke again when he says it. Can you ask the question again?
Can you tell me what condiment was
Pepper. Oh, sorry.
So I might have got. So to be fair, this might not even be a condiment. So it'd be even better. So
Africa.
But let's go. Yes. So what condiment was used as a medicine in the 1800s for healing qualities?
I actually think it is pepper, isn't it?
So
salt.
So it's not a condiment. So I'll totally fuck this up. So
brown sauce.
Yeah,
Ketchup.
it's ketchup.
What?
It's ketchup. Yeah. Ketchup was used in the 1800s because they thought it had healing qualities.
Really?
They used to treat indigestion with it to basically cure tummy ache. So, yeah.
Hate ketchup.
All right,
What do you have to do? Rub it on yourself or just swallow loads of it? Using it like Vicks or something?
I guess so. Rub it in. I didn't even know. Yeah, I suppose ketchup's maybe around that sort of time.
I suppose it's got vinegar in it, doesn't it? So it just doesn't go off.
Could do it. So, can you think of what gross thing was used as fuel in the ancient times as well?
Is it ketchup?
Ketchup, yeah.
Ketchup. All the answers.
All the answers are ketchup.
No, it's used as fuel, central heating, basically in the olden days.
What gross
thing?
Oh, human fat.
That's not a bad one.
Manure.
Yeah, you're on the right lines, mate. Yeah, basically.
Shit.
But it's human shit.
Shit. Yes.
So, okay, can you tell me what rodents laugh out loud when you tickle them?
Rat.
The capybara.
It is rat, like Phil says.
God damn it.
Apparently, when you tickle them in the right spot, they burst out laughing. The only problem is it's so high pitched.
You can't actually
hear it. Yeah.
They just sort of give it the wide open mouth, which looks like the rats will attack you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, maybe they're just really friendly, laughing.
Yeah. And everyone's got a really bad vibe about them.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me what strange, not even strange food, but what food?
Ketchup.
Ketchup, you're 100% right. Did Boeing use to test their Wi-Fi?
What food?
What food
What
did
food?
Boeing, as in
Boeing,
the airplane
yeah.
people, test their Wi-Fi with? I mean, the question itself is confusing me.
Yeah.
No
It's
end,
quite
I won't lie.
crackers, yeah.
I was going to say, is it crackers?
It's crackers. It's Jacob's creamy crackers.
I don't know.
I think they're just snapping off, and they're so flimsy.
Sausages.
Sausages.
Sausages. I just want sausages. Basically, Phil's just naming foods he quite likes to eat. I don't know. A bowl of milk. Who knows?
Potatoes. Apparently, potatoes reflect and absorb Wi-Fi signals similar to human bodies.
Do they really?
That's what they.
How
they
bizarre.
test it.
I know you can power things. Is it power things from a potato? You can sort of turn it into a battery, can't you?
Okay.
Something like that.
Cool. Next one. Can you tell me what's so bizarre about wombats' poos?
Oh, they come out of the winkle.
Yeah, and they like a circle or something like that.
That's not bad.
Something like they're in. It's a bit like a.
That'd be amazing. If you
like
know that.
them chocolate things used to get.
A walnut whip.
Yeah, a bit like a walnut whip.
You're on the thing right track with
So they're
shapes.
not long. They're triangular, or they come out like a. Are they the little green triangles in Quality Streets?
Yeah, that's the one. Mate, yeah.
Do they come out wrapped in foil?
Yes, they do, mate. Jim, you got it 100%.
Nailed it. Come with ketchup.
No, they come out like as square cubes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you
Cola
go.
cubes.
It's a bit of
Wombats give out cola cube poos.
yeah. So there you
That's a
go.
lovely touch.
Let's try it. So trying
That'd
it out
be better
this
if you
week.
was walking a wombat and just pick the square
Pick
poo
those up.
That'd be
Yeah, I
much
wouldn't mind
easier.
that.
Yeah, it'd be a lot
cold,
easier, yeah.
cold or warm.
Yeah.
Delightful.
So
Just don't go out with a bag full of cola cubes and get the wrong pocket.
Yeah.
Be a nightmare. I like that little difference.
Final. There's the final one as well.
Oh, go on. Give us one final weird fact, Del.
What type of spreadable food, even
Ketchup.
ketchup? You're right, 100%. Jim, Phil, ketchup can be turned into diamonds. So, what spreadable food can be turned into diamonds?
They turn into diamonds. So diamonds are carbon, aren't they? Under pressure. So what's carbon? That's sooty stuff. So what's Marmite?
So sooty, like Mr.
Go with
Corbett.
Marmite.
Spreadable food.
It's not a bad guess.
Only because it's black.
That's a
And
good
I'm
guess.
assuming it's got.
Jim's in the right ballpark.
Is it crab paste?
Yeah. Come on.
Chocolate spread.
Oh, that's really close, actually. Closer. It's peanut butter.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
For a scientific process called high pressure, high temperature synthesis, peanut butter can be turned into artificial diamonds.
So is that what they do when they make lab-grown diamonds? They start with a little bit of sunpat.
Guess so, mate. Cool.
Blow me down.
So, quiz time, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So this is a regulation journey down
Yes.
Jim versus Phil versus Del versus the world.
Yeah, that is. But before we go
Lovely.
into Jim versus Phil, do you like the weird facts or do you prefer the weird news? Tell me, be honest, be open.
Yeah,
I
but
quite like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Let's
don't
go.
mind. Mix it up, Del.
Mix it up every
Dealer's
once in a while.
choice next time.
Okay,
Dealer's
man.
choice.
Right, so on to the next bit of Jim versus Phil versus Del. Charlie!
I really feel like he's overdoing his part now, isn't he?
Right.
Go on, what you got for us, Del? How many questions we got?
We've got
Oh, hundreds. He's got
At least.
thousands. Yeah, it won't be an odd number, will it? Just to give us an answer.
Oh, actually, we got 6.
6. Lovely stuff. So we could get a draw.
Okay, we'll see.
All right.
So, question 1.
Have you? So in the last couple of rounds, we've kind of been working you out a little bit more. Where you went easy on us for a couple of rounds. Didn't you? Have you toughened up? Do you feel like these are?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's going to be a surprise to you as it is to us.
I think I did. I can't remember though. So
Okay, we're excited either way. I like this game.
So cool. Right. Question 1. Tom Cruise was once accused of what? Was it A, stealing the masks from the set of Eyes Wide Shut?
Okay.
Was it B, slapping Paul Newman's wife's butt on the set of Colour of Money? Was it C, throwing hot soup over nuns with Whoopi Goldberg dressed as the Cray twins? Or was it D, none of the above?
Ah, it's a nice welcome return for none of the above. Okay, do you want to go first on this one?
can do.
I feel like C is not
Yeah,
not real.
definitely. Yeah.
So it's basically A, B, or D, isn't it? Essentially,
Why would you steal the masks from Eyes Wide Shut?
I suppose the actors like to have a little memorial of what they've been working on. like a little trinket.
Don't know. I'm going towards Colour of Money. I'm going towards slapping.
Go for
Paul
the
Newman's.
slapping Paul Newman's wife's
Yeah.
butt. How old would he have been on
Okay.
that set?
Who? Paul Newman.
No.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
30 odd, something like that.
Oh, fine. It's not like he's.
No.
Mid 80s, wasn't it?
No, he was younger than that. He would have been about 25.
When was
Yeah,
Colour of
yeah.
Money? 80s.
About
See, last year,
87.
87.
87,
87.
So.
So yeah, maybe.
26.
All right, I'm going to go for the. I'm going to go for the. Actually, no, I'm not going to go for none of the above to start off with. They was going to throw us a curveball. That's my thinking.
You did well to change, Jim. It was none of them. Okay.
Went early. He went
Solid
early.
start.
None of
Solid
the above.
start. Yeah.
Okay.
But would he do all none of the aboves?
Okay.
Can you imagine if he
Well,
does
imagine
that? Little sly dog. We're second guessing ourselves already. We're already on question one.
Right. 1 point to Jimmy.
Okay.
Right. So, question 2. Jennifer Lawrence has a tattoo to remind her to do what? Is it A, call Auntie Marge from Cornwall? Is it B, to be grateful? Is it C, to exercise? Or is it D, to drink more water?
Oh, what, so no, none of the above. So
Oh, straight away I'm going to go with
So
exercise. What was the second one? So it wasn't
grateful.
To be grateful.
To be grateful. I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, I was going towards that.
I like be humble. It's one of those
Yeah.
sort of, isn't it? It's that kind
And
of
she seems quite humble.
don't forget where you came from type
Yeah,
thing. I
I'm
think it's going to be
thinking
one of those. That's what I reckon.
going with that?
Yeah, I'm going with that as well.
My first point.
Oh, really?
To drink more water.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I mean, of all the weird things to get a tattoo of, I mean, by all means.
What does it just say? Drink more water.
Literally.
Or it's, yeah.
I suppose when you get over a certain number of tattoos, you can have like oddly weird stuff, can't you?
I think
That's your
it's like
only
that,
tattoo.
or it's a sign of a bottle. Or something stupid
okay.
like that. Yeah.
So as if it reminds you anyway. You don't fucking really look at your tattoos daily, do you?
Like, unless it's like when you go to get a glass and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to have this glass of fat. Oh, no, I should have more water. There. And you change your direction
eventually
and go to the tap.
You'd forget. But right, question 3. After moving to New York, Madonna worked at Dunkin' Donuts, and she was fired for doing what? Was it A, putting mustard instead of sauce inside the donuts?
Oh, saucy.
Was it B, messing with the topping machine? Was it C, headbutting a baby?
Fucking hell.
Or was it D, getting it on with a fellow employee?
Oh, interesting. What are you saying, Reynolds?
I think she's quite cheeky and then I think she's mustard.
You reckon she's gone for the replacement?
Yeah, I think she was a bit of a rebel. But
See, I'm thinking similar, but I think she messed with the topping machine.
yeah, it's one of them two, I think. But
So
yeah, I'm going to go
with
with the
toppings.
mustard.
So you were A, I was B, I think.
Point to Jimmy.
Oh. I mean, can you imagine if it was she headbutted a baby out of nowhere? You wait your turn, boof.
That'd be quite extreme, wouldn't it? Right, question 4. You might know this, actually, guys, so you might... Phil's normally up on his film. So, Matthew Broderick was convicted of what?
Oh, he looks confident. He looks confident.
Was it A, taking a crap in Martin Scorsese's lunchbox and calling him Ferris Bueller?
I mean, he's literally just gone, that's a great gag, I'm having that. Okay.
Was it B, drink driving? Was it C, careless driving?
Oh, that's snaky.
Or was it D, driving without a licence?
Was it E, careless whisper? So there's 3 driving ones, or one taking a poo in a lunchbox. I think I might eliminate the poo in the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Don't hold it against me, Dale.
Okay.
So careless driving, drink driving, or driving without a licence. Oh. So the fourth one implies that he's done something bad already, has lost his licence, and he's carried on driving. That's too careless, isn't it? I'm going to go... Oh, do they call it careless driving over there? I'm not sure they do. They don't call it drink driving. They call it driving under a DUI,
Well,
don't they?
There's
Whatever it
drink
is.
driving, there's careless driving, and there's driving without licence.
I feel like I've lingered too long on this. Careless driving.
Yeah, I was going for that one.
Yeah?
It just sounds... It sounds...
Because they've got real stigmas about drinking anyway, haven't they?
Okay.
Over
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
That's
I was
my
going with
thinking.
careless. I was thinking careless.
So if the 2 members of Wham were going to potentially...
They'd have a careless
They'd have a
driving.
careless driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, or
Or
mainly Michael.
he definitely did some careless
Right,
driving.
so good points there. So 2, 1, 1.
Well, so we got that right, yeah?
Yeah,
Careless, right.
that's it, man. Cool. Right. Question 5. Tyra Banks has a fear of what? Is it A, dolphins? Is it B, Ronald McDonald? Is it C, vacuum cleaners? Or is it D, none of the above?
What's the first one? Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, Ronald
See, I'm
McDonald,
thinking Ronald
vacuum
McDonald
cleaners.
is a clown, and lots of people have got that clown phobia. So I wonder if you're being specific about Ronald McDonald for a reason.
Oh, actually, going back to the Broderick one, actually, two people died in that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What, in the actual collision he
yeah.
had?
Yeah.
It's fucking more than careless, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah, it is big. Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'm going dolphins.
Okay.
No, hang on a second.
Everyone loves a dolphin.
No, I am going dolphins.
You're going dolphin. So what were the other options? Ronald McDonald.
Okay. Dolphins, Ronald McDonald, vacuum cleaners, or none of the above.
He wouldn't do two, none of the above, would he? But who's scared of vacuum cleaners? Damn it, he's got in my head. He's in there, he's living rent-free in my head, man. But because you lingered over him saying dolphins, it makes me think it's dolphins as well.
What am I doing?
No, screw it. Jeopardy comes in. Let's go vacuum cleaners. No, bollocks. Ronald McDonald. I've changed.
McDonald's, okay. Two.
I've got three.
Have you got three?
I've got three.
Oh, okay.
I got the first one, and then I
Yes,
got careless,
you
and
did,
I got something else.
Yeah, you did.
But was it Reynolds for the dolphin? See, I thought he lingered on dolphins.
It is Phil for the dolphin. Yeah.
I thought he's had that one before, but it was Nicole Kidman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, so that's what I ain't going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, final one. So Phil
Oh, he
potentially
could
can
get the draw.
Get the draw. Okay.
Okay.
John Bon Jovi is a master of what?
Well, beta.
Is it A, Taekwondo? Is it B, Guff Cups?
I'll bet he is.
Is it C, ceremonies? Or is it D, none of the above?
Oh, that's clever.
Is that what a master of? Is that what the question was?
That's clever.
Okay, a master of ceremonies. Okay.
See, that's clever. Because he leads you to think that Masters of Ceremonies is the right thing.
I'll go with that. Master of ceremonies.
But
Yeah.
I do enjoy the thought of him being a master of Guff Cups. I really do. Can you just imagine him coming out of nowhere? Whoa! Whoa! We're halfway there.
For the listeners at home, if you don't know what a Guff Cup is, it is farting over your hand and then gupping
Bringing the cupped fart into the nasal passages of an unsuspecting
The
human.
nearest
Yeah,
person.
I think that's the
Yeah, you got to
that's the technical term.
grab it and cup it. Grab it, cup it,
Lick it.
roll it up and flick it. I don't know what it is. It's something. All right, so Master of Ceremonies, Master of Guff Cups, none of the above, or
Taekwondo.
would he really have done Taekwondo? That's the genteel one, isn't it? Of all the of martial arts. Fuck it, let's go for Taekwondo.
None of the above.
Oh, he doubled up on none of the above, the sneaky devil.
So well done, boys. So it ended up Jimmy.
3-2-2.
2, yeah.
Tight.
Ooh,
Toit.
well done, mate.
Another good. Is that a little Guff Cup there, Mr. Reynolds? Lovely. Always enjoyable little game of Jim versus Phil
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
Dale.
You got some. I didn't think you'd get the Dolphins one actually.
That was surprising.
Yeah.
Who's
I know
scared of
everything about
dolphins?
Tyra Banks.
You did.
You really do. Too much.
I can't resist not putting a silly one in.
You have to.
It's
You
the-
have to. It's your trademark, Dale.
Yes.
It's like the Wet Bandits in in Home Alone. It's our trademark. It's what we're famous for.
Oh yeah.
Lovely. Good stuff all round. Right, let's take a quick break and we'll come back with some TV, shall we? Right, gents, let's power on through with some TV from 1988. Here's your start of a 10. Country File begins. Simple as that. John Craven at his best. I mean, who knew? Who knew there was a life after news round, eh?
Oh, exactly.
But
Was you
John
was,
did.
Was you craving for Craven?
You know I was. Every minute of every hour of every day, though. Love that guy. But it's one of those ones, like, it's been going forever, but
It's a Country File,
who the fuck watches it, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's literally been going forever, isn't it? But
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they do. It's literally like they walk around in wellies, and that's about all I know. I'm not sure what the actual content is thereafter.
I think it's maybe morphed from Last of the Summer Wine into Countryfile.
Maybe.
They're about as funny as each other.
Yeah.
And it's just like become a thing,
It's just a staple on a Sunday, isn't it? It's moved earlier and earlier in the schedules, though. It's like,
I don't know what
it's getting shitter and shitter. It's like 5 o'clock now on a
like
Sunday.
Bramby bushes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
they're a load of sex offenders and they just want to really, they just want to just like do a little sort of red herring sort of thing.
Yeah, throw people off. By
Throw people off, like, this is a program for sex offenders. Let's put it on at the most blatant of times.
Yeah,
6 o'clock.
Sunday at 6. Home
And
of
let's
the
do
sex
it.
offender.
Let's pretend it's like shit like summer wine.
It'd be better if they made it like more like dogging areas, wouldn't it?
What?
Yeah, no.
Almost like a how-to guide.
No, Phil, you say it'd be better. I'm not like pro paedophile programs. I'm not like supporting them. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You sounded like you was.
Really standing up for the trodden down masses.
You know what? Who never gets a fair shout?
Paedophiles.
They
They never do. Maybe not. Thought just blank stands up. No, they don't. We don't.
No.
We don't endorse that sort of behaviour.
This is non-paedophile supported program.
Brought to you by paedophiles. No. All right, let's move away immediately from the countryfile paedophiles and move to the Flying Doctors. Do you remember Flying Doctors?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember
That
that.
Australian, wasn't it?
It was the Australian ones, yeah, just
It's
knocking
like the
around in little.
worst of the Australian ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't remember
I
anything.
think it had a
that
good
was-
theme tune, but I can't remember it. It just rings a bell.
You want to fly? You want to fucking give CPR to my mum? Yeah.
That was it.
was-
Something like that.
That was it. And then an
Get in the
Australian
fucking
accent
plane.
normally ends up with you going, chuck a shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, that was it, yeah. You
And that
rack
was it.
off.
Rack off, you big galah.
Rack
Yeah.
off, you girl.
That's all I really remember. What else you got, chaps? What was hitting the news TV-wise for you?
So it wasn't as good this year, was it?
Was it?
Didn't have the theme tune.
No,
been
because,
going
well,
on
as we've
about,
just
did
found
it?
out from the Flying Doctors, it
Yeah,
was bloody
that was,
awful.
that was the best one, and we don't even remember it. Got Count Duckula.
Now that
Yeah, that's good, man.
I've got a little list here, and I've ringed 2 of them, and that was one of the ones I
Yeah,
ringed.
Count
'cause
Duckula's
I used to bloody love that. That was David Jason, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Terry Scott.
No, that's Danger Mouse.
Was that Danger Mouse?
Oh, ducky poo.
It's because there's that massive chicken that's his nanny, isn't it? That I've got in my head that that's Terry Scott, but it's totally
ducky,
not.
it
But
sounds
yeah,
like
he was,
Cilla Black.
he was a vegetarian duck.
Get my hat.
Oh, ducky poos.
It gets no better over weeks and weeks. But yeah, I used to really, really like Count Duckula. Love that.
15-1. That was a good old game, wasn't it? I used to
Oh, the
like
Channel
that.
4 daytime quiz thing.
What was it about?
You just had 15 people that had 3 lives.
You had 3
didn't they?
lives.
And,
Okay.
and you just basically had to survive.
With William G. Stewart.
And then
I
when you
remember.
got
William G. I love the
William
G.
G.
In
and
it.
if you got it right, then you nominated someone to answer a question,
That's right.
didn't you?
Oh,
And
it's,
they were basically just the last one standing, wasn't it?
And they
Yes.
wanted like £11.50 or something. It was
Yeah.
pretty disastrous.
It was
wasn't
a hip hop related Warren G's brother, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
It was quite
William
serious,
G.
though, wasn't it?
They
Like
did
in a really
regulate
dark
together.
studio.
Yeah.
Just,
Also,
Yes.
it looked like he was being constantly kept alive, like by.
Yeah,
sort of,
he looked like he was nearly 1,000 years of age.
He was. I think, resuscitated about sort of 15 times. That's why they got the name.
15, yeah, down to 1. That's how many lives he had when he started to when he ended the series.
William
Yeah, I
G.
remember that one.
Stewart.
it was good,
Remember
though.
that.
On a lighter note, Hal and Pace.
Oh,
yes.
hello.
I used to love Alan
Tommy.
Pace.
Did ya?
Yeah, I did used to like Hal and Pace. They were funny, weren't they? Had
Yeah,
some funny
I liked
sketches,
Adam
didn't
Pace.
they?
Yeah, it was just.
They
Yeah,
were just
it was
stupid,
silly,
weren't they?
and it appealed to me at that time.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very childish sort of.
Yeah, and a lot of their characters were like that. When
Yeah.
you had obviously
Billy
Bob,
and Johnny.
Billy and Johnny. Yeah, we know a
Bob-
song
Bob-
about that.
yeah, Bob. There was that. Do you remember that character, Bob? they both played Bob.
You know, Bob, Billy, and
And
Johnny.
then they went Billy and Johnny. Yeah.
But no, they were funny. They were good. Some of the sketches they did were brilliant.
The one that stands out for me is the one with the dustman, and where he kicks the dog shit off it, and I think one
Puts
of them
the header
headers it into the dust cart. Yeah.
I think they were. I don't know about you, but I have that memory from when we went to Holland. Someone had it on. Do you remember on the old coaches? You have to have
Yeah,
TV at
yeah,
the front,
of course,
and
yeah.
someone put the video in there.
Someone
And
had
had
a Hal and
pace,
Pace.
and that was the one I always showed. I always remember that one watching it. And they used to do
Yeah, they were-
funny music videos, didn't they?
I was going to say,
Taking
because
the piss out of-
they did the Stonk, didn't they? With
yeah.
yeah,
Was that the previous year? With, Comic
yeah,
Relief
or eight. No, it might have been 89.
Maybe it's the one after. Oh, because
Yeah.
Comic Relief started
I
this
think
year.
it was
didn't it?
89, wasn't it?
So they did that one as the two. Was it the management?
The
Is that what they called
management.
themselves?
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
heavies.
that.
When it's like you won't mess with it. They were the kind
Yeah.
of dormant type.
They used to do music videos like they did the Proclaimers, and it was like instead of
500 miles.
It was a letter from it was a memo from Motherwell, and
Oh, really?
it was just things like that.
Yeah, they did. They took the piss out of Oasis, REM as well. I liked REM's
What's
one.
the frig is he saying?
Yeah, it was.
What the frig is he saying?
Which is so true.
They did a couple of them. The other one they did, instead of shining happy people, they did so whiny,
shiny, arty, farty.
people. That's it. Yeah, that's I did find that funny.
Yeah, they used to. It was funny.
I was going to say, like 10 years of age, it's properly appealing to that kind of sensibility.
Yeah, I remember always used to go to senior school.
Yeah.
So I think he used to be on a Sunday night. Rings a bell.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that does.
So on the Monday, you just went
you'd be quoting
and you
it
all
or-
your mates just watch How to Pay Something, just telling the jokes. It was very good. It was good. What else? You got anything, though?
Whose line is it anyway?
Yes, Channel 4 starting to come into its own a little bit more, wasn't it?
Yeah, I love that. It was just improvisation, and it just looked like good fun. They all had like a laugh doing it, so it was very sort of.
They didn't mind
infectious.
corpsing and all the rest of it, did they? It was properly good when they really found each other funny.
Found each other funny. They'd crack each other up, and like even though you knew they knew what they was doing, at the same time it was still they had that sort
Very,
of like
very
freedom,
clever.
didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the one with like Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles. Was it like Clive Anderson hosting it?
Yeah, it started off over here, didn't it? I think it moved over to America, and I think it's still going actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if it's not, it's.
And I believe Ryan Stiles and Colin Mockery are still pretty much on it.
So even there's still. I watched one the other day. It came up on a meme, and it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
So
it was good, wasn't it?
I've got You Bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I love You.
Do you remember who hosted that at the very beginning?
Oh,
I think you said
Matthew Kelly, isn't it?
No, he moves into the gig.
Wasn't it a female?
I know Darren Day took it over.
He took over from Henry Kelly, didn't he?
Oh, was it Peter Sutcliffe?
Sorry, Matthew Kelly.
It sucked.
It was Bruce Forsyth. It might as well have been.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Forsyth.
Was it really?
Yeah. Awful.
How did you slow You Bet? Just an odd programme, wasn't it?
It was like just showing off weird shit that you could do. It's like, I can tell you what car that is by its outline of its registration.
Yeah, it was a
plate.
bit
was,
like
wasn't
that.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a nerd. I
I'm going
get it.
20.
Okay.
But you knew the last one was...
Yeah.
You knew they were good at everything. It was just like...
There's the one that I always remember it. That they'd just see a candle in front of a speaker, and they could tell by the vibrations of the candle what the song was that's being played through the speaker. You're like,
really?
you need to go out and get drunk.
Wasn't it? I could
It's
tell
quite
you
clearly.
Yeah, a lot of it.
what
I can tell
country
you-
that beer mat comes from.
I can tell you're a virgin. Is what I can tell.
Maybe they should have betted on whether the guys would have got laid or not.
Yeah.
No, I'm betting no every time.
Yeah, it was an odd programme. For some reason I used to like it.
It was kind of just simple viewing, wasn't it?
This was fucking awful. This was essentially Heidi High fucking recycled.
This is You Rang My Lord. Yeah, I remember that
Fuck
one.
me, that was
it was
like-
absolutely
I don't
atrocious.
think
Wasn't
I
it?
ever watched it.
It was.
So it's all about like the lower classes working in a house with a upstairs downstairs type
Paul
thing, and so they were
McShane
Paul McShane and Jeffrey, whatever his face was, and Sue Pollard's
Sue
were of
Pollard's.
the year.
I don't think
They
I
were
ever
all like
watched it.
the servants working in this big stately home.
And
weren't
who's
they?
the other guy who turns up in like he's always like a small actor. He turns up in like Operation Good Guys. He's got the glasses and he played Bones. And
I know exactly who you mean.
He was
Yeah.
in there as well.
That's right. He was like one of the bellboys or
That's
something,
right.
wasn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
It just.
But it was essentially written by the same people, the same gags,
Yes.
just a different situation, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Essentially,
I think it's done by the same people, isn't it?
Yeah.
David Croft or whatever.
yeah. Jimmy Perry and Croft, wasn't it?
I've
Yeah.
got Red Dwarf as well. Did that start this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I had that, and I used to love
Yes.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah, I used to like it. I don't think I was ever really... But I did used to watch it.
I used to enjoy it.
I wouldn't like watch it every week, but I liked it when I watched it, if that made sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't a programme I'd go, oh, Red Dwarf's on.
Not in
tonight.
not the first series, but maybe sort of second or third.
Yeah,
I'd start to
maybe,
get properly into it. And I used to really like
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah, it was an odd yeah, I used to like it, but I'd never really... Like I say, I would never really look forward to it. Or I'd be,
I preferred the books to begin with, I think. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
And then sort of came into it a bit of 13, 14. I know, I could read. Yeah, get me. Humble brags once again.
Oh,
from
you're
Hegway.
hard.
I am now.
This morning, I've got as well. Did that start this
Yeah,
year?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I don't know who the hosts were. Was that?
I think
was it always Richard and Judy from the outset?
Oh, it might have been actually. Well, yeah, it could have been.
Punch and Judy to begin with.
Amen. Before he went all, steely from Tesco's.
And I got Wheel of Fortune.
Yes,
Who
ITV.
was that first? Was that
Carol Smiley and Nicky Campbell.
Nicky Campbell.
He was fucking odd, wasn't he, Nicky Campbell?
Yeah.
His head, he had a
really
head like a
creepy,
mushroom,
wasn't he?
didn't he? His hair was too big at the top.
Because the guest afterwards, he was totally fine, wasn't he?
Who was after?
John Leslie.
Yeah.
Was it?
John Leslie.
I remember
Then they got Savile in.
Bradley Walsh did it, didn't he, as well, at some point? Bradley Walsh is like he's on coke when he's doing it. But
Bradley Walsh is on coke.
Nicky Campbell,
Yeah.
I saw one of, on it recently. He just flirts with all the female guests,
Yeah,
but like
you're absolutely
really
right. Oh,
inappropriate.
really?
It's like it's
Too-
cringe.
yeah.
Well,
too-
like grabs
too
their
far.
ass.
No, he might as well be, honestly.
Motorboat's one of them
he's
for
just,
no
and you
reason.
can tell he like really wants them to win. Like the poor bloke's just like,
Not a
it's like
chance.
and he's like,
really?
he's so like over the top. Like
We've thrown another 1,000 on the wheel
Well,
just
a bit-
for you, sweetheart.
he's
Well, a bit like how Tony was on Bullseye, wanting the
Always.
girls to succeed. And
I don't know. He wasn't too bad. But no, honestly, if you watch it, he's really creepy. Like Nicky
really?
Campbell. I
Yeah,
found it
no.
like really just like.
there's always
God.
there's always been a thing about him, isn't there? And then he's still on TV.
Yeah, they haven't got him yet.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll be the one to break it. I've got London's Burning.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I'd London Man. I've got a question mark next to it. I can't remember why I put a question mark.
no, okay.
Maybe it wasn't burning at that time.
yeah, it wasn't.
But yeah, it was like, how many fires do you need to go to before
Yeah,
you?
there was
It's
quite-
like from
yeah.
our last year with,
with
Fireman Sam.
Norman Bin
How many
Laden.
fires before you start to think there might be an arsonist involved here? It's,
Yeah, at least with this,
constant,
London's
isn't
burning. So
yeah,
not
it's quite
just
a big area, not just a
tiny-
tiny village in Wales with old Norman
It's a
Price.
bit more
but-
acceptable in this.
Yeah, you're right. More chance for that to happen.
But again, like some stars came out of it, and then do you remember? Is it John Alford? He was like he got
That's
massive.
right. He
from
was
it.
one that was in Grange Hill, wasn't he? As a
Grange
young-
Hill went on
young
to this,
actor.
got big from this, and
Went
then
to EastEnders, did he? Or one of
He
those?
produced a reggae song. I think "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes," and then
Is it
he
the
really?
dark haired bloke?
He had the French crop, kind of
Yeah.
brown face.
And then he
Yeah.
got done. He got caught up in
He
like
got done for
a
drugs, didn't he? Or
yeah, no, someone from the Sun I think set him up.
Oh, like a Sting
yeah, it was
thing.
it's like a Sting type thing. Yeah, so it was
never
like,
recovered
The
from
Sting
it.
set him up.
The Sting, yeah, from the police.
Well, if you're going to get set up by anyone,
Yeah.
get set up by the police. eh?
He warned him. He went, "Don't stand so close to me, man."
What's he got an accent? Don't stand so close to me, man.
Don't
Like, he sounds.
Oh, we're venturing down a dangerous path, gents.
He's meant to be Geordie. It turned out.
You two went really, really southern Geordie.
it was a bit-
Equator Geordie.
Right.
What else you got, Dales?
I've got sort of things that should be essentially put out of their misery, but somehow
Oh, hello.
was on. It's like what is it? The Two of Us. I used to
Oh,
find
yeah.
Two of us.
The
Yeah, I
Two of
remember
Us
that. What was
with
that?
Nicholas Lyndhurst and someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was.
Someone else.
Shelley. It was another thing that I
Yeah.
just like. Oh God, I remember it being on. There was. Do you remember Andy Capp with?
Oh, what, like a
Andy
live version of the
Who's the guy in the Likely Lads?
James Boland?
James Boland. Yeah, he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was a newspaper cartoon type thing,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
That's right.
And
And they
sort
tried
of
to
brought
make it. But I remember a few not as good kids TV.
I had a couple on there.
But
and I
theme
think
tune
you're probably
wise,
gonna
they
say
were
the same.
alright.
Charlie Chalk?
Charlie Chalk good theme tune.
Loved Charlie
Yeah, the
Chalk.
wacky wheel, walking in a wacky wheel.
Talking Charlie Chalk.
yeah, I
Charlie
remember
Chalk.
that.
And
He was
then-
like a clown, wasn't he, I think?
Have you got Defenders of the Earth?
I have got Defenders of the Earth, which was very good.
That was good.
Not quite kind of Thundercats, but it was
No,
it was up
like
there,
I say,
wasn't
it's up
it? It was decent. And then I had Stop It and Tidy Up as well.
Inside Out, I used to
It
love
was like
that.
claymation, wasn't it?
Yes.
Stuff. It was
What was
really
that?
good.
I don't remember that.
Do you not remember? Stop It and Tidy Up. It was it another Terry Wogan maybe voiced thing?
Yes.
Remember. But yeah, it was another one of those kind of claymation
The
jobs.
real Ghostbusters.
Oh, that,
Is that
I
a
don't
cartoon
remember.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a bit.
I didn't used to mind that as well.
It was okay. It was. I think at the time I was getting to the age where I'm just thinking, I might be sort of growing out of this.
Grown
a little
over
bit.
it, yeah.
But I put up with it. Lucky Ladders.
Lucky Ladders, I wrote down Lucky Ladders. I remember that.
I
Another
just remember it being on
terrible daytime quiz show type thing.
TV. Yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, one I've got here, Chelmsford 127. Does that mean anything to you? Because it come up Chelmsford
Chelmsford the A127.
Chelmsford 127. That's what it's called. So it was
Does not
whether it's a
ring a bell
sitcom
at all, no.
Never.
Someone, if we can be bothered to look it up, probably not.
There's one
I'm
more
gonna look
on
it
my
up.
list, actually. Whilst you're looking that up, and we're going to come back to it, I've got Hearts of Gold. Do you remember Hearts of Gold with Esther
that rings a
Ranson?
Yes.
Like they were rewarding people
Yeah.
doing good deeds
Yes.
and that sort of thing.
yeah.
So that almost became like the Britain's. What do they call it? There's like a
Pride of Britain.
Pride of Britain
Yeah.
award type thing, but it was
Yeah,
a
that was good,
televised
yeah.
version of it. So it would be very much a. I even remember the little rosette that they got. Those little
Did you say
tiny gold.
127? I've got Chelmsford 123.
123.
123.
My poor handwriting. That's why.
Sitcom set in the town of Chelmsford, but in the year AD 123.
Yeah, I found it
Showing
bizarre.
the mainly revolves around the struggle between the nearly appointed Roman governor of Britain. Fucking hell.
It's almost like Asterix, I suppose, isn't
Yeah.
it? But set in.
It sounds like a hard watch. But
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like it lasts a minute. It's almost like, I suppose, an early plebs?
plebs. Yeah,
Had
that's
Rory
it.
McGrath in it.
Oh, really? The curly-haired guy from...
Yeah. So
Who's
Neil
on it anyway?
Pearson.
And what was the thing he was on, that sports quiz? They think it's all over.
yeah, that was
He was on that, wasn't
Yeah, it was.
he? And
on
Neil
that.
Pearson from Drop the Dead Donkey.
Yeah.
That's half decent cast, but
about it, I think.
it didn't cut through at all, certainly. That's the thing.
Late night TV when you come in, The Hitman and Her,
Oh, yes.
Pete Waterman and Michaela Strachan.
Lovely stuff.
Yes, yeah,
Lovely Michaela.
yes, exactly.
Lovely
It's,
Michaela Strachan. Touche. Hats off to her.
The only things up, the other thing I had was Sunday afternoon, 2 programmes. Reminds me of Sunday afternoon. It was the Chronicles of Narnia and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, I remember The Lion and the
okay.
Witch, but I don't remember the Chronicles of Narnia so much.
It just used to remind me of Sunday afternoons.
Yeah.
It was
It's like-
boring.
yeah, kind of before Merlin and that sort of stuff started coming in
Yeah.
in the sort of 2000s and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It was a bit of
for
a
TV,
bit of a
was
damp
it?
squib. You can tell that we're not quite as
No, as pumped
infused
as-
as the
normal.
previous years and stuff, because it was just a couple of kids things. But I suppose that's just because we were growing up as
Yeah, a
well,
little
so
bit.
our feelings maybe aren't as strong anyway.
Well, there's
A bit
some
more
shows
out in the
ending
park
that
and
we.
playing sport and stuff, I suppose. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's true. Well,
Go on,
some shows,
what was coming to a close then? Maybe that's what we were depressed at, Del.
So, Button Moon.
Ah, see?
That was
Nostalgia. That's why.
That's very sad. Inspector Gadget
Bloody love it.
and He-Man.
Oh, well, I mean, no wonder we were depressed.
So,
God, what's the point of getting out of bed?
exactly.
No
Terrible.
bloody He-Man.
There's some, yeah, but it was a bit. I know what you mean though when we're talking about this.
It's just a little bit,
Yeah, it doesn't-
lackluster of a year versus
it's
previous
all right,
ones.
yeah, it's all right, yeah.
Exactly that. Well, that is a fair roundup of telly.
If you're still with us, listeners.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a cheeky little break, and then shall we round off this part of the episode with some letters and emails?
Oh,
Nah.
No? Fair enough. Let's not then. Right, gentlemen. Obviously, we've rambled on for quite a while in this one already. So before we kill people and they miss their children going to university or something, I reckon we should probably do a couple of dips into letters and emails bag and then break for half time. What do you reckon?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
here we go then. First question, and I think, Del, you touched upon it earlier in your musings. You mentioned the best chat-up line to use in a fishmonger's, and this is a question that's actually coming from Connor Ray. So,
okay.
have you got some chat-up lines that you'd use specifically if you were in a fishmonger's and you spotted a worthwhile prey?
So I'm guessing we have to kind of use fish as a pun of the
That would be the suggestion. Whether that is true is down to you, because you are the resident love guru of the group, Phil, having
I think Dale should have a go on this one first.
secured.
I think.
We all need to think on this one, because it's given me a headache just thinking about this. It really has.
Hey.
Hey. First fish pun. Let's see how many more we can get. Things are getting tension here.
Your place or mine?
Hey! Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Take it all back. Reynolds has come up absolute trumps. Just for the benefit of the tape, do it again for me.
Your place or mine?
Lovely stuff.
That's one.
Oh.
That's one. It's one.
What you want is
Gotta
the
be
yeah wallop. Just give her a little cheeky wink and then go. I can see you hooked.
Yeah.
Hey, reel them in. What you got, Del? Look at this guy. I'm the codfather. Make her an offer she can't refuse.
I knew you were sexy. Haddock known
Oh,
you was even more sexier, I would have skated over there.
double punnage.
Oh.
Steady on.
Easy.
Don't think we can cope with that.
Yeah, she could get triple fishing to be down there.
Triple
Triple
fish.
fish. That's your nickname at school.
Oh, it's only Reynolds. Whole triple fish.
Triple fish.
That wouldn't be such a good line, now would it? Like triple fish.
How about something really obvious like you're really sexy?
Oh.
Yeah.
Eels for love.
Oh no, definitely not.
What does that mean?
Moving on. What we got? Fish puns. Soul, eel. Have you got crabs? I have. No. I don't know. I think you've used the best.
We
your
squeezed
place
them
or mine. It was delightful.
Yeah, that was good. Used it before, I guess.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Never
the
not
fish
a joke.
100% record.
In the fishmongers.
Yeah.
In the fishmongers.
Butchers
Butchers.
everywhere. Sainsbury's.
Are there any fishmongers still going, are there?
Is there still one on the high road? I think there might be.
Oh, right. Sure. I have to
we'll
go in there tomorrow.
We'll be seeing Reynolds in there tomorrow.
Your place or mine?
Just every single person that walks in. Doesn't matter who they are.
Law of averages says.
Your place or mine, yeah. So you throw enough balls at enough coconuts, eventually you win a goldfish. That is the chat up lines for you, Connor. Let us know if you use any of them in your local fishmongers. Dying to hear what you come up with. Okay, Tim Opener has also sent us a little email. He says, what's the worst thing that a psychologist could say to you during therapy? I mean, apart from, I can clearly see your nuts. But that's only if you're wearing trousers made of cling film, presumably.
A psychologist. So you're sitting on the sofa, aren't you?
You've opened up your heart. You've spilled your innermost feelings.
Oh, okay. I've got one.
Yeah, go on, Dale. What you got?
You're fucking mental.
There's no hope for you, son.
Yeah,
It's quite clear that you're fucking doolally.
nuts.
You're mental, bruv. That would be harsh. And he's like,
yeah,
I feel like he's not really giving me
that's
the expertise.
Worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of
Yeah, I just don't know how to fix you.
Yeah.
You're beyond broken.
You are.
Yeah, that's it.
Off your pop.
It would be something like that, wouldn't it? Just
Yeah.
something where they...
Can you get off my sofa? There's no hope for you, but the guy outside, there might be a chance.
Yeah, or like just
Send in the next one.
security.
Good.
Security,
Yeah,
please.
a little buzz. Yeah,
Little
this
panic button.
one. Out the back, please. This one, out the back.
Yeah.
They're likely to kick off.
Yeah, it'd be something like that, wouldn't it?
Harsh, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? You speak as like, this is how broken I am inside. What do you think? And they just go, yeah.
Well, they
That's fucking bad.
They go, oh, fuck.
Jesus
Christ,
Christ,
oh my
mate.
God.
You is screwed, son. God bless. Well, sorry, Tim, but we that would be the worst thing, certainly. All right, let's do one more little one even. Here you go. Claire in the community has written in, and she says, in your best Italian accent, you can see why I was tempted, can't you, Phil? He's already recoiling at the thought of bringing out yet another impression. In your best Italian accent, how do you persuade the Pope to come paintballing with you? Simple as that. But we needed that accent, huh? Bubbly bibbly bubbly bibbly bubbly boo. Hit us with it, Reynolds.
So
Making
your
your reasonings, huh?
So the Pope,
See?
you must come the paintballing. I will beat you. I am good at the paintballing. You must come the paintballing.
He's Russian now.
He's changed, isn't he? If you can change, and I can change, we all can change. It's the good.
Oh, Putin.
Put in the Putin.
Putin.
What about your Italian accent, Dale? How do you think it stacks up against old master mimic Reynolds?
Hey, Poppy, I got a 2-for-1, and I'd like you to come. I think we can get some paintball bombs and we fucking blow the shit up. How do you feel?
It's as simple
Been
as that.
practicing that in the mirror.
He has, hasn't he? He's definitely been,
been
working
holding
on
it.
that. He really has been working on it. It's impressive.
Mamma mia.
That's how women in the north let their mother know they've arrived, isn't it?
What's your Italian one for?
My Italian accent, it's not the best. It's like, hey, Poppy, what are you saying, mate? You want to come paintballing with me or Richie D? We're going to shoot the kids in the face. I'm going to PJ all over their faces, you know. Basically, my Italian accent comes from what can be described as a lower low. It's clearly an awful one.
That's fantastic.
Thanks. I think we've given Claire some food for thought, that's for sure. But there you go. That's a very quick dip into the letters and emails, purely because we know we've run a bit long on this half. So we'll sign off for now, Blankers, and we'll be back with part 2 of the 1988 episode very soon indeed. But until then, bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Bye.